Hey everyone, welcome back to Playing Quietly. My name's Ryan, and today I am bringing you another Elden Ring video. Today we're going to be talking about what is, for my money, the most useful early game weapon that you can pick up. I am, of course, talking about the Morning Star. So let's go pick it up, and then we'll talk about why it is so useful. In that, we are going to be starting at the first steps, and we are going to be running over to this site of grace here, the Seaside Ruins, and picking that up. And here we are at the Seaside Ruins Site of Grace. This is a great one to grab because we are going to need to come back to it so that we can engage with the Eura quest line under that fallen piece of ruins over there. And next up we are going to be heading east over here and grabbing this next Site of Grace. Alright, so after we've reached that Site of Grace, we are going to be moving south into the southern continent across this bridge. There is going to be a ballista here that is going to fire a projectile at us. However, it's not that difficult to dodge. When we hear the sound, we're simply going to move slightly to our left, and it should fly right by us. After that, we're going to move south, and we're going to look for a turned over carriage over here. Now, as we approach the bridge here, we're going to listen for that sound. There it is, and we just dodge. We're going to pick up a keystone there. And we're going to continue moving south. Now, when we get to the carriage that's going to be up here, we actually don't even need to open a chest. The chest is already going to be open. We just want to avoid these enemies for now. And right here is what we are looking for. And there we go. We have our Morning Star. Alright, so let's take a look at our new toy, and we'll talk a little bit about what makes this item so useful in the early game. Number one, the stat requirements for it are relatively low at only 12 strength and 8 dex. This can be equipped by most every class almost out of the box, and if you do need to do a little bit of leveling, you're not going to need to do a whole lot. The second thing that's going to make this thing very useful is that it natively has 50 blood buildup on it, and we're going to be able to use that to do the dragon leveling trick later in the game. And lastly, but maybe even most important, is this is going to allow us to deal with enemies that are in mines very, very effectively. Most of the time, our other weapons that are not blunt damage are simply just going to bounce off of those stone-based enemies, whereas the Morning Star is going to be doing extra damage to them, any of these blunt damage weapons, and this is one of the earliest ones that we can get. Alright, so to demonstrate the usefulness of the Morning Star, we are here in the Raya Lucaria Crystal Tunnel, and we are on a fresh samurai that I have done 0 leveling on, and I have put 0 upgrades into either my Uchikatana or my Morning Star. So let's see what happens to the enemies in this place if I were to attack them with just the Uchikatana. You see that they bounce off and they don't do a lot of damage, and it's just not very useful to use a slashing weapon in this area. But let's go ahead and reload, and we are going to now equip our Morning Star. And again, this has no levels put into it, so it's not going to be doing crazy damage, but let's go ahead and check out what we are able to do with it. See, our attacks aren't bouncing off, they're going right through, and we're able to attack as normal. and we're doing significantly more damage than with our Uchi-Katana. Alright, so we are now at the boss for the Lucaria Crystal Tunnel, and we're going to be demonstrating on how we can break the boss using the Morning Star. From here, I recommend two-handing the weapon. We're just going to do that by holding Y and tapping the right bumper. And we're going to go in and we're going to summon our dogs, and we're going to bust up her armor. And there we have only a few hits, and we have broken her armor. We can actually just sit here and spam our regular attack, and she's never going to be able to attack us again. And there we got the big meaty hit on her, and we're going to continue to punish her. And there we go, easy as that. I think that was like, what, 3 charge attacks? And her armor was broken. Not only that, but we get our Smithing Stone Miner's Bell Bearing 1, which is going to make us even more effective. All right, that's all I've got for you guys today. Thank you very much for watching. If you found this video helpful or entertaining, hopefully I have earned your subscription. Don't forget to check back every day for more videos, but until then, I will see you guys next time. Have yourselves a good one.